Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hitbox Stormgrounds Invitational. This is the grand finals. We are getting ready to head into game number 3. I am Tetra. I am once again joined by the Fort Court Jester. And his Twitter's annoying him by the sounds of it.
I'm trying to take a screenshot of the drafts, and for whatever reason, buttons are not hitting anything here. It's absolutely silly. But game number 3 into the series, as we are tied up 1-1, it's going to be the Black Hearts Bay.
Yes,
that's pretty exciting.
Is. Yes, it is. It's not often we get to see this map. We did actually see it once in the earlier series of this tournament, but it doesn't really poke its head around as often as we would like it to because, well, Blackheart is one of the coolest jets in the game. We're already partway into the draft. First ban came in from Team Liquid. They banned out the Tyrande again. Not happy with it in the first game, and quite happy with how the second game went, so just removing it from their path.
Alright, so Blackheart's Bay does actually lend itself a little bit differently to meta picks. This actually could lead us into an Illidan later on.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also not a terrible map for Liquid once again going into that Abathur pick.
That is something. Something with split soakers could absolutely do work. So Abathur as a pick, especially if we can get into those melee assassins, or Vikings. You know, they still actually make really solid cases because they can soak the lanes while the rest of your team does, well, basically anything else that they want.
Yep, very true, aka pick up all the coins in the world, which is basically how you win this map. Pay to win, not very difficult. But Liquid, waiting for their picks for now. Na'Vi, they did ban the Zeratul out, as they have done pretty much consistently, and their first picks were Johanna and Zagara. Zagara, incredible in this map. Dunker in the bot lane, and she just spreads creep all over everything.
All over everything. It's everywhere and everything. Alright, so Team Liquid, they got this double pick phase coming up. Still kind of ticking down on some of their time. Who's actually still left on the board? We have no support bans. So if they do actually prioritize the support
There's
here...
the Abathur.
Not quite the support I was looking to prioritize.
It was just like, Abathur just heard you. It was like, support? I was
curious to see if we would see Jaina and Killfest.
Well, they still could do that. If they didn't mind having a Na'Vi go double warrior and ban out a warrior, then they could absolutely pick up Kael'thas right here.
Yeah, that's my big curiosity. Will be the double mages. Double mages are very powerful, but at the same time, they're also very frail. And now with an Abathur there already, I'm thinking Team Liquid actually might just opt to ban
it. Yeah, I think so. It worked pretty well for them last time. The Abathur clone onto Jaina is obviously the the chilled trait does stack. So you can use a normal Jaina ability, which will apply the chill, and then the cloned Jaina will get the bonus damage from it, which is why Liquid are running this so consistently, and it's just does so much damage. Jaina on her own is pretty huge. There's the Rhaegar pick from Liquid, now in the ban phase. Like you said, I'm pretty convinced that Liquid will ban out the Kael'thas, just to counter any kind of that burst mage, because they got the one they wanted, and they get 2 of her, and that's all they need.
So Liquid last time actually, I think, ran with the Uther. 2 games in a row that they've run with the Uther. 1 win, 1 loss. Now, they're going to be switching it up a little bit to the Rhaegar. So, the Ancestral. They're going to need a tanky tank to go with them here. And if Natus Vincere do not actually take the Mirrodin, that would kind of be my bet. Of course, Na'Vi could actually just ban it out right here, though.
Yeah, Na'Vi could also pick up the Anubarak here, who's one of my personal fun counters to Jaina, because it's one less ability that Jaina actually gets useful. Just the fact that Beetles block Ice Lance, Frostbolt, sorry. So you can just spam Beetles, and then suddenly she has one less ability. However, most of her damage nowadays seems to be coming from her Cone of Cold and Blizzard.
Cone of Cold, Blizzard, Ice Lances, Frostbolts, Water Elementals. I mean, she is the Ice Mage to contend with here. Na'Vi taking their time. They will ban out the Anubarak, which is going to lead me to thinking that they will once again take that Mirrodin, and that will leave us with Team Liquid with a Tyrael tank, just like what we saw in game number 1. But if we do not see a Kael'thas ban here, I would fully expect that to be our round of picks here.
Yep, I would definitely agree with you, but I'm pretty sure Liquid will ban out the Kael'thas here. They don't want to deal with it. Jaina could get picked off so easily from that, and that's what they don't want. So there you go. There's the Kael'thas ban. Nothing surprising there. Na'Vi, pretty sure they'll pick up the Uther or the Malfurion for themselves. Maybe both. Double support is something we've been seeing a little bit more nowadays. And that might be an actual idea of how to counter the double Jainas. There's the Illidan from Na'vi.
Yep.
You did?
Yeah.
And the Muradin. Oh, that's interesting.
Well, if it wasn't going to be Kael'thas Mirrodin, it was going to be Illidan Mirrodin. Because we were
but
talking about this. Illidan is just ridiculously good on this map because he can just go off and play in the jungle and emerge victorious as a rich, rich Night Elf.
This is true. The issue I have with this is picking Illidan now means that Team Liquid, it's risky because they already have an Abathur. They could, if they wanted to, steal Uther and then run just a really heavy tank and just rely on the two cloned Jainas to do their damage and just keep them both alive.
You say healers. A really heavy tank. Who?
Arthas.
Exactly. No. Well, if they do it, then I'm definitely rooting for Na'Vi.
Oh, really?
But if this becomes an Arthas, Uther, Rhaegar, Abathur, yes, I am rooting for Na'Vi past that. But I just don't think it's going to be in the cards because there's no damage. Arthas by himself could actually go out and clear some of those, mercenary camps. And yeah, it's just not going to happen, Judge.
I agree.
There's just not enough pressure.
It's not going to happen.
There is a big PvE portion to this map, but there is also, of course, the PvP portion, and that was just kind of asking for trouble from Team Liquid.
Yeah, basically they'd be putting themselves in a situation where if they took the Uther and with Arthas, they'd be saying, yeah, we're not going to fight till level 10 because we need the Abathur clone or we're going to die. And that's basically how they'd be running it. They do still need a warrior. Tyrael is open, that's what they went for in game 1. Arthas is still open as well if they want someone that little bit extra tank with that little bit of extra tankiness. And there he is.
Well, yes, but it's not Arthas, Uther, Rhaegar, Abathur. I mean, throw the Sylvanas into that, sure. This is a lot better
that makes more sense.
Of a theoretical comp. And Na'Vi, I mean, are they even going to run the Uther here? I think you actually have a really good case for Malfurion.
I think Uther is what they have to run, just purely because of the huge amount of burst damage that can come out from double Jainas, and the fact that Arthas is going to be slowing Illidan whenever he dashes past him. So Illidan's going to be in quite a bit of trouble, so you have to keep him alive, so that Divine Shield is going to be pretty much quintessential, if I had to guess.
But there's no hard CC for Team Liquid.
This is true. There's two potential routes, and that's about it.
Johanna can get Spell Shield. Illidan has his own version of Spell Shield at 13. All you have to do is just heal and keep them alive. I think Malfurion...
Will the heal over times be enough when considering there's a potential for a vulnerable?
Mirrodin, Johanna, Illidan. Because of high hit point pools, especially after Metamorphosis, if it is going to be Metamorphosis, we have seen Hunt before.
From Na'Vi, in fact.
From Na'Vi,
in pretty much this exact comp, actually.
I think Malfurion is the better pick.
Well,
I don't think we can burst down any of those three high hit point heroes with double Jaina.
The biggest issue I have with Malfurion, I agree, he's definitely a viable pick here. Biggest issue I have with him is second he is picked, he is the target. Uther can survive some of that damage. He can heal himself with burst heals. He can Divine Shield himself if absolutely necessary and still get heals off on Illidan. Malfurion becomes an absolute target, and there is the Uther. And if you hit Malfurion with all of Jaina's abilities, the full rotation, he dies. And then suddenly you have no healer at all. Whereas Uther, if he takes Spell Shield, he can survive it, and he can still drop a Divine Shield onto Illidan.
Alright, well, you win this argument, as it seems. I wanted to see... Malfurion,
I would have agreed. Malfurion would have been pretty awesome, especially if you rolled forward as a massive unit with Tranquility, Muradin, Johanna, Illidan. No one's dying, but if Malfurion gets caught out of it, suddenly people start dropping. But it would have been amazing if you could have kept Malfurion alive. That would have been amazing.
Well, either way, we're going to be loading now into Blackheart's Vein. If you guys haven't been here in a while, it's all about the coin, all about the booty, and with the captain there, eager to take your money. It's going to be a lot of cannonballs now flying fast and furious between the teams. So, Abathur as a pick.
Hold up, one sec. I'm on Team Na'Vi, apparently.
Oh, I have faith. I have faith.
Yeah, someone... Oh, no, they swapped it back. Okay. They swapped it while I wasn't looking.
Are you okay? Everything?
Yeah, we're good. They swapped
cool?
it while I wasn't. They swapped it while I wasn't looking.
All right, fair. So Navi definitely feels like a little bit better of a farming team, a little bit better of a team fight team. Liquid has the double ice magics working from the Jaina, the Arthas. If we have to guess for the Abathur, he's likely to be trying to soak out lanes during chests, during big team fights. And at the same time, it very likely is going to be the double Jaina coming in because the burst is just absolutely unreal. But they don't have any hard crowd controls. They have slows. The only real, even close to being hard at this point is the Howling Blast from Arthas, but you can still cast spells, and Uther with the Cleanse will be able to defeat the ones that are kind of more detrimental to the teams.
Yeah,
we do have a heck of a lot more stuns, and even control from Navi.
Yeah, like you said, Na'Vi have a lot of stun and CC to be using on Liquid. There's a decent amount of burst damage as well with Zagara to try and take down whoever they lock down. And as you said perfectly, Uther, the amount of hard CC on Liquid are these. Arthas' route and Jaina, she takes her route later. And you only really need to cleanse one of them to get Illidan out the way of the second.
Yep. So as we load in, gotta keep it in your mind, guys. Where's the Illidan gonna go? How good will the mobs be? And can Team Liquid actually win with this comp on Blackguard's Bay?
We are about to find out, and it is going to be Liquid on the left-hand side as the blue team. And starting in that mid lane, it is going to be Falcon playing the Jaina, Grandpa Keta playing the Rhaegar, Vortex back on that Abathur, Blackscorp playing the Sylvanas, and in the bot lane, it is going to be Arthas being played by Lucifron. And on the right-hand side, it is the red team of Na'Vi. And we have Breeze playing the Johanna, Eternal playing the Illidan, Splendor playing the Uther, Schwimpy is playing the Muradin, and in the bot lane, currently dying, is Wubby playing the Zagara, but he gets out. It was all fine.
Best intro ever. Hi, I'm Wubby. I'm currently dying.
Nice to meet you, Wubby. Rip.
Alright, so Abathur into the bottom lane. I mean, that's going to just be a little bit of extra push there to go with Jaina. Jaina a little bit of a leg up already. So early team fights likely not going to be happening here. The first one, or at least the candidate usually for the first one, is to be these chest spawns, which actually should be now about up.
Yep, chest just happened, and we're seeing Lucifron being dropped quite low by Wubby, but he's charging straight in, takes a full bailing to the face, and gets picked off by the Hunter-Killer. Wubby taking full control of this. Grandpa Keta did grab a coin. He grabs 2 coins, but in comes Infernal, and Shrimpy's stun does not land, and Grandpa Keta is trying to flee. He has Abathur on him, and he will get out. He steals 2 coins. Grand Theft coin there, but that's 2 out of 10. All the rest of the coins going over to Na'Vi, getting 8 out of the original 10 coins, and now moving into the mid lane with Blackscorp haunting waves out before he's stunned.
I would be very interested to know exactly how Arthas lost all of his hit points by the time he got down to that chest.
Mostly Hunter Killer and auto attacks. He is, no matter how tanky he is still melee versus Zagara. And Zagara just rocks against any kind of melee person because she just harasses them, and that's what she needs to do.
Now, Lucifron does have an advantage in terms of that Frozen Tempest around him will actually be able to control the creep spread. But past that,
True.
Yeah, it's not the best of lanes for him.
Yep, Jaina did just get picked off in that top lane by the 3-man gank squad. Uther, sorry, there's just the 3 men of Splendor, Schwimpy, and the Johanna. But nothing too bad for any of them. Illidan, he's just off doing his own thing. Vortex has relocated himself up to the top lane to help deal with Breeze, who's pushing that pretty hard.
Coins, baby, coins. All the coins. 3 into the soak, 2 into the jungle, and it's all about the coins. So if we can actually turn in 10 this early, it's not going to be quite that for it, but all you got to do is just push with it a little bit harder there in the mid, and you might actually be rewarded.
Yeah, they currently have 12 now that Illidan has finished clearing up that. No, 14 now that he's finished clearing up the easy camp. Muradin just grabbed the top pirates as well. So they have all. Yeah, they have all. They have 14 currently. Wubby getting dropped low. He goes down, but so does Blackscorp, dying to a roach there, I believe, in the background. So not too good there. But now Na'Vi using this opportunity to turn in at least a couple of their coins. Don't think they're going to go for the full turn in. Due to the fact that they want to kill off some buildings first. Strippy gets his in. He's now just going to run away. Eternal just hanging around, just going to keep his on him at the moment.
So we've seen Arthas bottom, we've seen Sylvanas bottom, and now, with that incoming for Falcon, it looks like Falcon is actually going to draw that short straw again. If there has to be anybody into the bottom lane, I think Jaina will hold the best chance of just keeping the lane pushed, because she's going to be able to wave clear. At least better at this point than Sylvanas. Definitely better than Arthas, who will just take a heck of a lot of damage for it.
You want to know what's better than one? Both of them, which is what they're currently doing, just dealing with that push. And for now, though, Illidan and Splendor just dealing with the hard camp. Rhaegar is taking the hard camp of Liquid, pretty much on his own with the help of Abathur. And he's able to do it pretty nicely, only taking about half health worth of damage.
If we actually have the rotation at level 7, or at least before level 10, I think Uther and Illidan by themselves could actually go grab a boss unawares.
Maybe. I think they might be able to. We are level 7s. And we're seeing a bit of a scuffle over this bot lane chest. In the meantime, Arthur's just grabbed all of the top lane chest with no contestion. But the turn-in did happen. Illidan just snuck that while these chests were spawned. So, Na'Vi getting the first one there. But Liquid do now have enough for their own turn-in.
So there's no damage there into that mid-fort area, which means that this isn't going to be an early fort for Na'Vi. But they have shown... Sorry. They have shown their coin advantage going forward.
Yeah, they have indeed. Illidan getting some help from Wabi here on this bottom hard camp. Able to clear it pretty quickly. And Muradin actually waiting for quite a while before he picks his level 7 here. I'm not sure whether he wants to go with Pierce or that Reverberation. There we go. Sorry, the Battle Momentum. There is the Pierce. And is he going to drop it? No, there is the root landing onto Splendor. He cleanses himself, but he's taking so much damage. He runs away to make sure that he's not near his team. Loses 2 coins. But he's going to head up to the top lane and just start healing minions and just keep that top lane pushing.
Gotta heal something. Gotta go fast. Yeah. Uther could actually go right through that gate and actually spot out the Abathur for the team. I'm pretty sure they know he's there. Anyways. No, he can run right through him.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he can run right through him. At any rate.
He used to be able to run through terrain as well, but they took that out. Same with Tyrael.
2 kills down. Not the end of the world. Oh, sorry, 2 coins down, not the end of the world. But we do have enough for Liquid.
He finds Jada. He's giving chase. Falcon drops a slow. He has Abathur on his head, but Eternal now on him as well. Breeze is coming in, wants to try and get the Condemn, gets him with the shield glare. Able to pick him off. Illidan popping his Metamorphosis here, just so he can get out. Gets the heal from Splendor. And they're able to get the kill and leave. And now a couple of them going to turn in. Illidan, though, just heading up to clear the waves. He is what's needed if they want the full turn in.
So we got the kill on top of the Jaina, and immediately we go into our heroics. Immediately, as you saw, the Metamorphosis. So we're not going to see anything kind of crazy out of Ethereal this time. There's no dive comp, but it is the shield, blessed shield, avatar, the Maw, and the Metamorphosis. Again, the comp from Na'Vi has so much control afforded to them.
Yeah, they have just control all over the place. Abathur, with the Mule, though, he has been dropping it every now and again, but wasn't able to save that mid fort. And now those shots will go over to the top fort. And level 10s have been hit by Liquid, so they can now go a bit more aggressively. We do have the Ultimate Evolution Army of the Dead by
Not
Arthas.
Syndragosa.
Not Syndragosa. That is very interesting. We have the Water Elemental, Ancestral Healing, and the Wailing Arrow from the rest of them.
Well, looking at Arthas right now, he does have the Regen Master into Rune Tap. I'm assuming that's Destruction at level 4?
Yep.
Right, so that's 150%, so he hits a little bit harder as well. But seeing the Army of the Dead means that he is trying to be the best tank that he can be at this point. He needs that hit point survivability, and can he actually cast Sacrifice through stuns? That's a big question for me.
I do not know. I've been a very long time since I played Arthas with that particular heroic. The fight has happened, though, in this mid area. Blessed Shield lands on no one. Falcon still alive in the background. The Divine Shield has already been used on Infernal, but he's being chased. Devouring Maw lands on the Water Elemental and Arthas. We're seeing Grand Paqueta being dropped very low. Falcon is going to be the one to go down. Infernal being dropped low as well, but Rhaegar's down too, and that's all sustained for Liquid. Out down goes Sylvanas, and now it is just going to be Arthas. He will get decimated, though. And that is a 4-for-0 in favor of Na'Vi. They get all of Liquid's coins. And the chests have just spawned, so they're going to get all of those too.
This is back-to-back turn-ins. This is back-to-back forts. Well, actually, there's only one fort. This should be actually a fort and a keep if they actually can turn these in uncontested. I would not be too surprised to see a boss actually just immediately start up here from Na'Vi, because they have that positioning, they have the cannon turn-ins, and they have a really good level lead. The talent tier advantage coming into it as well. So the Blessed Shield into the back, it landed on top of Falcon, only bounced once, it looked like, but that actually forced out the cleanse. And again, I'm going back to the draft. There's no hard CC here. Illidan cannot be controlled.
Yeah, Vortex may die here. Oh, no, there he goes. He moves before he takes too many cannon shots.
If Vortex died right here, he would have to be just replaced off the team.
Just kicked. Kicked for dying to cannon. But Na'Vi didn't go for that boss, just choosing to be back, get as much health as they could, and prepare for another turn. And however, Liquid, already here, chilling with the 2 coins they've managed to gather in that time. Breeze has 12 on his own up in this top lane. He is such a delicious target, but currently just split pushing.
Yeah, and 3 levels up, it's not exactly, I don't think delicious, but more like hard to chew through. Biscuit, because like Breeze is just not going to go down anytime soon. That's why I was curious to see if we would actually see the boss, because the first immediate reaction from Team Liquid upon spawning is they have back-to-back turn-ins, we need to go stop that. And if everybody's off the laning phase, you can assume that they're off murking, or that they're just kind of ambushing, waiting for it. So either way, the attention is not to be drawn top. So if Navi could have gotten a boss, then not only would everyone have to go to deal with the boss from Team Liquid, then you get your uncontested turn-in, and you can finish up any other creeps you want.
This is very true. Eternal just turned in his 14 coins, and now Breeze is down here with his 12. He's going to try and get his in, but now Liquid have turned up, and they want to try and stop this, but this is going to cause a fight, and Arthas just getting taken down so quickly before the essential even goes off. Falcon gets taken down as well. Divine Shields on the Illidan. He does not get caught. No one gets caught in the Maw, actually. Eternal just backing up there. Water Elementals in the back. Yeah, and not the greatest Maw from Wubby there. Not able to catch anyone at the side of Liquid. Eternal gonna grab the Abathur clone here. A little bit of extra XP. Oh, no, he doesn't. Abathur clone actually escapes, which means no XP from it going over to Na'Vi.
This comp is just not working from Team Liquid. They don't have any coin pressure. They don't have any, soloable mercs that anybody can really go grab. It's going to have to be an Abathur hat on somebody, which would be either the Rhaegar or the Arthas. Sylvanas and Jaina, left to their own devices, will not survive past this, and they got nothing to control anybody from Na'Vi. The big point of obviously that I keep pressing home is that Illidan has free reign, but past that, it's a big level of difference of crowd controls and merkability, and those are kind of like the big 2 factors you need to always kind of remember that it's Blackheart's Bay.
I love the term merkability. That is one of my... You have given me so many cool terms throughout this entire tournament.
The ability to merc.
Yep, I love it. Welcome to Dictionary Corner by Forecourt Jester. We have the Holy Renewal coming in from the Johanna here. Just that extra tankiness, extra survivability. And now Na'Vi moving in here. They have the boss, Jada. Ice Block. She got cleansed out of the Blessed Shield here. Ancestral Healing, keeping her alive. She gets boss rooted though. And Na'Vi are still here, but the Metamorphosis was used for escape there by Eternal, not choosing to chase it any further. So Liquid will live to fight another day and are actually going to move in. We're thinking about moving in there to the retreating team of Na'Vi, but instead just lose that Abathur clone and a little bit of XP with it.
Yeah, those Abathur clones have not really been getting big value. As I said, like, the Jaina Sylvanas by themselves, not really able to do too much, and a base level Jaina on top of that is even doing less from there. 10 kills to 22 coins. Still in the coffers here of Na'Vi as they're trying to turn in.
Oh, they're moving in again. They get the turn in now. Once again, chasing onto Liquid. Lucifer is the one caught out of position. He's going on to Infernal, though. Infernal does get rooted, but Lucifer just can't survive this. He goes down, and now Falcon, Blackscorp, and Grand Paqueta are all in full retreat. And Falcon gets stunned up. He takes the damage. He goes down. Blackscorp's going to go down as well. Grand Paqueta and the Abathur, only one's left alive, and Na'Vi just going to move on to the core here. 18 seconds till Arthas is up, and there's nothing Rhaegar can do. This Abathur is sitting on the core, and this is going to be GG, and Na'Vi are going to be taking a 2-1 lead in this series.
We don't really get to see good amounts of Illidan anymore since the patch, because usually you're going up against these stun-heavy teams. Uther is high meta, Johanna high meta, Mirrodin high meta these days. But when you kind of get to Blackheart's Bay, he absolutely shines like a champ. You could have probably even taken Hunt here and still shined like a champ, because if you cannot control anything against a team with full control, yeah, you're going to have a bad time. Like the chasing, really hard, because you're always chasing. There's nothing ever to slow anyone down except Arthas, who gets cleansed out, and then it's just basically, game over from there. The just freedom of the map from Na'Vi, especially from early on. I think we were level 10 to almost 10 to 8 by that early part of the game. It just kind of steamrolled right there, right then and there from Navi.
Yeah, that was a 0-death Illidan. For that entire game, only people to die were Uther and Zagara, who were picked off in the early ganking via Team Liquid. So super well played by Na'Vi, and they are now one game away from going home. Well, not going home, but leaving their computer chairs with the Hitbox Stormgrounds Invitational Championship.
All right, so the lion's share of the prize money will be going their way, and at the same time, I mean, it's been a really interesting game series. I mean, we've had quarterfinals with some interesting picks. We saw the return of Nazebo, who has been seeing some play today. We saw the return of Sonya, now Arthas there as well. The semis, we saw a hunting Illidan, and now into these finals, some very interesting team comps that have worked and sometimes have not worked. So I gotta say, like, the evolving meta of heroes, what a time to be involved.
Yep, it is very cool. Next map is going to be the Dragon Shire, 4th map of the day. It's no black carts, but the dragon is still pretty awesome.
Alright, so I say that we take a quick break there, and when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys have been entering those contests. Have you been doing that? You should be doing that. Tetra, what can people win if they enter these contests?
People can win a SteelSeries Sensei Raw, the Heroes of the Storm Edition mouse by SteelSeries, and if they like Heroes of the Storm Edition stuff, they can also win the SteelSeries QCK mousepad. Or maybe if you're lucky, you can win them both. Get a matching pair.
Yeah, we've actually been giving away on Thursday, Friday, all weekend, and now today as well. So it's coming down to the last chances here, guys. You need to get that social media in. Twitter, use the hashtag Stormgrounds. Go off to facebook.com/SteelSeries and say, I love hashtag Stormgrounds. Don't worry, they'll know exactly what you mean. But, of course, the easiest way, you hit the follow button here on Hitbox TV/Stormgrounds, because we are not going anywhere. We want to give you guys some free stuff. So make sure you hit the buttons, and when we return, Game 4, if I recall, we're going to Dragonshire. So get yourself hyped, grab a drink, come on back, and we'll see you guys in a few with Team Liquid and Na'Vi Game 4.